section 1 till section 30 of CGST Act, which is there in our syllabus. Beyond that also, we have studied 4 sections of IGST Act, which was assisting us for deciding the place of supply. So once again, let us take the review of the journey for our syllabus. This was more or less our syllabus. I hope now you must have aware about all these things. What is GST need, dual mode, all these definitions, what is GST and scope of supply, non-taxable supplies, composite and mixed supplies, okay, levy and collection, exemptions, okay. Then we have seen time of supply, place of supply. So basically, the sections which we need to study, which start from section 1, why there was a need of GST, entire description about that. What are the territory, which things, which state has been included, etc., etc. And then section 2 regarding definitions. 3, 4, 5, 6 is talking about GST and how the network works. How the central government and state government will work together uh, to collect the GST and to share their share of GST, etc. And then actually section 7 started, which talks about supply. Then we have seen types of supply, which was there in section 8 of CGST Act. Section 9 we have seen about composition scheme, levy and collection of tax. 10 we have seen as a composition scheme. And then 11 we talk about exemptions which are there in CGST Act. Okay. Then we have seen section 12, which talks about time of supply for goods. Section 13, which was dealing with time of supply for services. And for place of supply, we have referred different sections of IGST Act. Section 11, 12, 13, 10, 11, 12, and 13 of IGST Act, which was talking about place of supply. And then section 14 was of CGST Act was talking about how the rate of change, which old rate will be applicable or new rate will be applicable when there is a, GST application or applicability. And then further we have seen section 15, which was talking about value of supply, how everything and anything which we we are charging from the recipient of the goods or services is a part and parcel of computing the value of supply. And then section 16 to 22 is talking about input tax credit, whereby section 16, 17 and 18 was very, very important. And then from 22 to 30 is talking about registration, compulsory registration, procedure for registration, how the value of supply to be incorporated, what limit to be considered, whether they will be going for voluntary registration or compulsory registration or revocation of registration or cancellation of registration. Every detail is there in different sections from section 22 to 30. So this is how we started our journey. It was section 1, it was section 1, it was section 1, it was section 1, it was section 1. It was explanation regarding section 1, section 1. Then section 2, all the definitions, lengthy definitions like business, consideration, India, person, electronic commerce operator, goods, non-taxable. So all small and lengthy definitions we have seen one by one, and section which talks about GST and okay, how it works, how it operates. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then section 7 talks about supply. Just now we have discussed section 8 talks about composite supply, mixed supply, dim supply. Then we have seen them separately. So how the composite supply will be taken and what will be the rate will be applicable. It will be on the principal supply rate, not the composite supply rate. Mixed supply where the highest rate will be applicable in supply. And then directly we went to question section 9, which was talking about levy, how we will charge the tax, how to compute the tax, whether inter-state tax will be applicable or intra-state tax will be applicable, GST will be IGST will be applicable, or CGST will be applicable, so on and so forth. And then reverse charges we have understood. Then section 11, which talks about exemption, we have seen almost numerous exemptions which are there in the act. Detailed description if you want, that is there in the book. But important aspect we have discussed, and we have kept a note also. Now after 11 we have shifted to few sections of IGST Act. Okay, that was section 10, 11, 12, and 13. These 4 sections of IGST Act we were dealing for getting the detail regarding place of supply, because that's very important, and accordingly chargeability will be applied, whether it is intra and CGST, SGST will be charged, or inter or IGST will be charged, or UTGST or CGST will be charged, etc., etc. And then thereby we have seen even services is explained under section 12. 11 was talking about import and export of the goods and services. So likewise, we did questions also, did several illustrations on place of supply. And then again, we went back to our journey on CGST Act, and we started with section 12 because 11th was the last section of exemption which we have studied, and then 12 we dealt with supply of goods, all subsection 12.1 to 12.6, then 13.1 to 13.6, which is talking about services, okay, time of supply for services. We did numerous illustrations based on that. Those illustrations even is there in our Excel sheet 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 21 to 30. Then 14 was talking about change of rate, whether we should apply the old rate or new rate. Then 15 we were dealing with value of supply, how the valuation would be done, which all to be incorporated in value, and along with section 15, which other rules are there which assisting to get the value of supply. Literally, we need to add everything other than discount. Then we have been to section 16, which was talking about ITC. 17 was talking about ITC. Literally 16 to 21 is talking about ITC, and which we dealt in different sections, subsections in their detail. So here we have completed regarding ITC discussion and deliberation in your class. Then we went to I told you ITC is very integral part when it comes to GST, because after deducting ITC only the output tax liability will accrue or arise. And ITC will be reflected in credit ledger. Then finally, we started our journey of registration from section 22 to section 30. Section 23, purposely I have not written here because that talks about non-registration, which is not there in our syllabus. How we can avoid registration? How? What are the limitations through which we need not have to go for registration of our business, GST registration of our business, and rest all which talks about if you are NRI, how to be done the registration. If there are separate business, separate entity, how the business to be dealt. Section 24 talks about compulsory registration and cancellation, revocation, amendment of GST registration, so on and so forth, from 22 to 30. And based on that, we already started learning the sums. If I'm not wrong, I think we have already finished example 2, 3, and these questions. Yes or no? So thereby, when it comes to registration, we have very effectively concluded that other than 9 states, okay, which are those states? 6 from 7 sisters, excluding Assam, include Sikkim from that part. They are 7, and 2 more. One is Puducherry and one is Uttarakhand. If we'll add this all 9 state where the limit is only 20 lakhs, and rest all part of country, the limit is 40 lakhs. So as in when you are crossing the limit of 40 lakhs, you will be liable to register. So with that, we have already completed your syllabus. If you have any doubt, any kind of queries, feel free to ask your questions. There are plenty of MCQs available on GST. Try to first understand the logic and then go for practicing those MCQs of all the subjects. Even I have uploaded those MCQs on my website. If you go to the website, you'll find that. So if you have any queries from section 1 to section 30 of CGST Act, section 10, 11, 12, and 13 of IGST Act, feel free to contact me anytime. You have my number in WhatsApp group, and try to do all the MCQs which is available, maximum MCQ which is available. It will be very good for your practice and your preparation. Now let us go to till where we did, if you can recollect and remember. Illustration 3, 4 कहाँ तक हमने किया था during last lecture. Then we'll proceed further. What was the last example which we did? till illustration 4. Okay. So here also we found. Now let us go to question number 5. Do it with your own. Question number 5 states Mr. X is a dealer dealing in interstate supply of goods and services, has place of business in India, furnish the following information for the financial year 2020-21. Sale of taxable goods by HO located in Chennai, 1 lakh. Supply of taxable services by branch office at Bangalore, rupees 50,000. Supply of goods exempted from GST, 10,000. Export of goods and services, 2,000. Sale of goods on behalf of principal, that is as an agent, of 15 lakhs. So by taking this all, of course, this is all into state, that is Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, in Karnataka. Will there the limit is 40 lakhs, and if at all he will cross the limit, he will be liable. If he is not crossing the limit of 40 lakhs, he will not be liable. But literally, you have to take everything. Whatever is recorded in the books will be considered as value or turnover, which will, aggregate part of aggregate turnover as defined under section 2, subsection 6 of CGST Act. So I started getting answer also. Thank you everyone that he is not liable. Thank you, Santosh. Yes, because the limit is 40 lakhs and his turnover is only 18 lakh 60,000. So he will not be, add everything. 15 plus to 17 plus 1, 18 lakh 60,000. It is much lesser than 40 lakhs. So till now he will not be able to, he will not, it is not mandatory or compulsory for them to register, but voluntary they can register. For that, there is no need of crossing any limit, or there is any limit for, computing those aspects. Just finish it off, then we'll go for the next question. Thank you, Payal. Now go to next question. Yes, very correct. In this second question, Mr. X will be liable because the total turnover is 48 lakh 60,000, which is crossing the limit of 40 lakhs. Thank you, Santosh and Payal, for your answer. What about remaining student? Thank you, Payal, for the update. Now let us go to next question. Question number 7. And get me your answer. Mr. X dealing with intra-state supply of goods and services, place of business in India, furnishes the following information for the year 2021. Sale of taxable goods by HO located in Dehradun, supply of taxable services by branch at Haridwar, supply of goods exempted 10,000, export of goods and services 2 lakhs, sale of goods as an acting as an agent 15 lakhs. Thank you, Santosh. What about others? this both city, I told you several times, when you are learning the GST, it's not only GST you need to keep in mind. Along with that, geography also is very, very important. So with this, both cities is belongs to a state name called Uttarakhand. But there the limit is, for Uttarakhand, what is the limit? Anyone? What is the limit for Uttarakhand? $20 lakhs. Yes. So here I will not go for 40 lakhs. Here the limit is 20 lakhs. Now check whether 20 lakhs is crossing or not. So here we are getting only 18 lakh 60,000, which is lesser than 20 lakhs. And that is why, thank you Payal and Santosh. Thank you Payal. Go to next question. Thank you Santosh. Yes, absolutely right. But why you have considered only 20 lakhs as a limit? Because this time Mr. Deal X as a dealer is dealing it in Nainital and Ranikhet. Yes, absolutely right. So I think I was very much insisting that when we learn GST, along with GST, we need to learn the geography also. Okay, whether it is coming intra, inter, etc., etc. So prominent cities, and it belongs to in which state is very, very important. Of course, in next lecture, we will have a little bit deliberation on that aspect also, because that's very, very important. So few good, prominent cities you need to keep in mind, whether to charge, whether to consider inter or intra or IGST or CGST or UTGST or SGST, CGST, etc., etc. And even for registration also, as it has been very clearly specified, 9 state, the limit is different. Remaining all country, remaining states of India, the limit is different. And of course, there is a changes. Last to last year, the different states were categorized in different categories. This year, since last 2 years, the different state has been categorized in this list. So you need to be very, very alert about that. This time he is exceeding the limit, and which comes as 28 lakh 60,000, which is beyond 20 lakhs. So of course he will have to register. Thank you, Payal. What about remaining student? What is their status? Have they completed or not? Kindly finish, because hardly few seconds are left. Thank you, Santosh. Again, be safe, be at home. This is last week. Is there any pending subject in your class? Please bring it to my notice before this weekend gets over. Thank you very much. Be at home, be safe, take care of your family members during this.